the members of this group. They have angered.
And we have no ever-loving idea what's going on.
Something must have made.
It's been vampires, bloodsuckies, Nosferatu.
I have sat down here, day after day, year after year, testing and experimenting on humans. Today's the day when it all pays off.
What they say, always use every spare part you've got.
Hey, what's up everybody? Steven here, aka Wild Eye Guy 85. Welcome back. This is going to be the first Wednesday, Wild Eye Wednesday after Wild Eye Week, which was totally awesome. I enjoyed myself. Everyone who participated did some really good reviews, and now we're back to our weekly Wild Eye. So for this week, I did Frankenstein's Hungry Dead. Came out in 2013. Runtime is an hour and 25 minutes, and the craziness low rating of 4.1 out of 10 here on Internet Movie Database. I give this at least an 8 or 9. I really enjoyed it. Definitely gonna watch it again in the future. I'll go ahead and read you the cast. It's directed by Richard Griffin. He was also one of the writers, as well as Seth Chitwood. Cast includes, sorry if I butcher these names, Samantha Papora, she was a creature, Andre Badru as Ashley's father, Sean Carafel as Fritz, Alex DaVincio as a creature, Jesse Default as Vernon, Christopher L. Ferreira as the monster, Aurora Grabble as Zoe, Ryan Hanley as Mr. Jefferson, Shannon Hartman as Ashley, Patrick Keith as Colton, David Langle as a creature, Beatrice Lopez as Kendra, Jamie Lynn Bagley as Catherine, Mary Polino as Alma, Aaron Peasley as Troy, Johnny Sederquist as Sam, Nathaniel Silva as lead creature, and of course, Michael Thurber, who was Dr. Frankenstein. Alright, so that's all the information we got on Internet Movie Database. Hey, what's up? Steven here, and back to our normally scheduled Wild Eye Wednesday. And for this week, I watched Frankenstein's Hungry Dead. That's the cover of it right there. It's part of this 4-pack, which if you saw Jason at Horrific Nightmares Jam, he did this last week for Wild Eye Week. And after watching it, I've had it for a while. It sounded good. I finally checked it out. Glad that I did. And I so want to visit this museum, too, one day. Alright. So, a group of high school students on a class trip to a wax museum become the latest victims of the evil Dr. Charles Frank, who is attempting to create the perfect human being from the reanimated parts of previous unlucky patrons. Reanimating an army of undead mistakes and experiments as the teens try to survive the night. Alright, So basically what happens in this is a bunch of these kids, I guess they're in detention. The teacher, he's like pissed off and annoyed at them all and cussing them out and insulting them like no teacher would. And he told them that they're going to be continuing staying after class, or they can go on to this trip to this wax museum. And so they decide, let's go to the wax museum, even though it's probably going to be boring. And it's a really cool museum. They got like Christopher Lee Dracula, Beetlejuice. I can't remember all that was in there. Some zombie ones and from all these other horror movies. Alfred Hitchcock, Psycho, a bunch of different ones. It's really cool. I might watch it again just to go through and pay more attention to the background of all the wax figures that they have. So then the curator there, of course, he's explaining all the exhibits and try to tell them the history of it, and they don't really care, and they decide to come and break in after the museum closes, have sex, party, just all that corruption that usually gets teenagers in movies killed. What they don't know is that the curator is related to Frankenstein, and he's doing all these experiments, and he's bringing back the dead. Of course, they get trapped inside, and, they just got to fight their way through. It's comedic. There's even a talking head in there that makes all these jokes and bothers Frankenstein while he's doing his work. Like, what's Frankenstein's favorite book? Anything with a cemetery plot. Just really cheesy jokes, but the acting was decent in it. It was really funny, gory. They're getting ripped apart, heads torn off, decapitations, just a whole bunch of different ways. The effects were really good. I enjoyed this one a lot. And then, it just comes down to the final battle with Frankenstein. Who's going to live? Who's going to die? Who's going to become undead? You just got to watch and find out. But it's definitely one that I recommend you check out if you haven't seen it. They might still have this at Walmart for $5, or you can order it online. I still got to watch the other 3 on here eventually, but I think this is definitely going to be my favorite one off this set. If you've seen it, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time.